Good morning, everybody. How is everybody today? I hope you are all well. Thank you so much for being here for our first dedicated live, dedicated to our past loved ones. I hope you have all had a good weekend. Someone let me know in the chat, please, if you can hear me. I am really looking forward to chatting with you this morning. I will pull an Archangel card just to get us started. Now remember, I'm reading the energy of the cards and the energy. Oh, thank you, Silver Moon, for confirming that the sound is okay. Remember, I'm reading the energy of the cards and the energy of your questions. The more detailed you can be in the questions, the better. And for my mods, don't worry about them putting a question mark or a heart in front. I'm not expecting that many people, so I should be able to see all of the questions. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Karen Coultus. How are you? Sydney Observer, good morning, good morning. Susan Dwyer, good morning. Oh, let me pull an Archangel card just to get us started. Clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently and initiate a healing and experience wholeness. I hope that this will be an experience of healing and wholeness. Good morning, good morning. Oh, hi, Deb. Karen, I hope you're still here. I'm going to answer a question from Karen first because Karen was first on. Karen, you were asking about your father who passed 3 years ago. I hope you're still on, lovely. I don't see your question anymore, but let me answer from your father that passed 3 years ago. And then I'll get on to the next ones. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Making a question as detailed as possible is good. If there's a particular area that you're interested in knowing about, particular signs you're interested in knowing about, let me know the name of the person who passed. That also helps the cards to tap into the energy. Oh, Unicorn Rainbows. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning here in Brisbane, Australia. This one is for Karen Coultus. I hope she's still with us. Gabriel, Divine Emergence. Reading on Karen's father who passed 3 years ago. It is time to be seen, Karen. He says, do not be afraid of your gifts. Okay. I had a really bad night last night. I was unwell, so I have not had much sleep. But that's okay. Spirit and our loved ones are so clever. They'll be able to come through and communicate with us through the cards. Karen Coultus and her father. Generosity. Be the divine flow of the goddess nature. And he's always with you, Karen. Particularly sensing the feline presence there with you. He might even communicate with you through cats. You may know about a special meaning about cats, but also as you go through, there might be images on the cards that are meaningful to you and your family, that the messages that I might not get the meaning of, but you might get the meaning of. And shelter, you are cherished. So he's always with you, Karen. He's always looking out for you. He's always sheltering you from the storm is what I'm getting. Oh, safety. You are held and you are cherished. Just seeing the next cards that he wants to bring through. These cards here the sacred spirit reading cards. Let me see. Karen Kultas, from your father. Third eye vision. And this is all about tapping into your intuition, and it's about him being with you, him leading you, guiding you, protecting you. You may not even realize sometimes during the day when things happen that he's right there with you. And one more for Karen from her father. Star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So I hope you were with us for that reading there, Karen, and that you saw that from your father. Beautiful energy coming through, beautiful, pure love. Yeah, I didn't get any negative emotion or anything like that. So, and again, if you can ask your questions in as much specificity as possible. If you just ask for a general about a particular person, only general energy is going to come through, because I get the energy significantly from the questions that you ask. So it's the energy is clearer the more detailed and clear your question is. Sydney Observer, good morning. Is there a message from my mum for my sister and I? She passed 4 years ago. Remember to tell me what your mum's name is and more information. Okay. No further details from Sydney Observer. Okay. Let's ask the more general your question is, the more general the energy is going to be from the cards. All right. The more specific your question is, the more specific the energy will be coming through. So Sydney Observer, you wanted to know about your mum for your sister and you, and she passed 4 years ago. So the first energy coming through here is Orion. It's called Manifestation Vortex. Focus on your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. So I'm getting that energy, the maternal energy of you can do anything you want, you can be anything you want, you can create the life for yourselves, you and your sister, that you want and that you deserve. Okay, that's all about creating the life that you want. Let's see. Archangel Jeremiel, personal responsibility. Take responsibility for your choices. There's an opportunity for spiritual growth. So again, the responsibility and the manifestation. I'm just getting her like any other mum that you would imagine coming through, saying you can do what you want, you can be what you want, take the steps that you need to reach your goals. This is a very encouraging message, very loving message, very kind message, but just reminding you both of your potential. There might be something that either of you has wanted to do for a long time, some kind of goal, some kind of a dream, and she's just coming through very clearly and giving you the encouragement, calmness, let things settle inside. Let's see what else. And this is a very much a protection card as well, this one here. There's the veil, which is often what we call the break between our world and the next world is called the veil. And pretty much she's crossing the veil, she's being in your world with you, and basically letting you know that she's always there during tough times. You're not alone. You are not alone. It's a very direct message for both you and your sister, and the message is for the two of you also to comfort and care for each other. And then on the bottom of the deck, be gentle with yourself. And again, She's very much comforting and caring for you both. Also very important for the two of you to look after each other. That's what she wants. She wants you to be close. And there's another very much of a companionship, very much of a, what would you call it? Comfort card as well. And so for you and your sister, again, to take care and comfort in each other, to take care and comfort of each other, and rest. Don't overdo things. But in the background there, we've got those fruit trees bearing fruit. So that comes back to the manifestation card. She's just really watching your life and wanting you to know that good things are ahead when you set your mind to it and you take the appropriate actions accordingly. And so that'll be meaningful to you, Sydney Morning Observer. So I hope that is something that you find helpful, interesting, useful. Thank you for being here, and thank you for asking your question. Deb, hello Deb. You're going to be next. Let me just clear my energy here. Okay. Please remember, people, to ask as detailed as possible, and particularly giving the names of the loved ones that passed, something about the circumstances of their passing. All of that helps draw in the energy in a much stronger way. I can still read for you if you don't do that, but when you do that, it really helps them connect with me. Sydney Observer, thank you. That's lovely. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Let me see. Deb, glad to make a live. Could you ask my fabulous mother if my daughter will get out of a toxic relationship? Alrighty, let's ask the question, Deb. Deb's mum. Deb's mum. Deb's mum. Deb's mum. Deb's mum. Thank you for being here, Deb. Thank you for being a member of my channel. Let's see, Deb's mum. Trust the unfolding, Archangel Jophiel. There is no wrong path, only choices that take you to or further from love. Okay, so she's talking about choices that your daughter is going to need to make. At the moment, she's making choices that are not displaying self-love. Sorry, I just need to make a bit of space here. By being with this person, your daughter is not displaying self-love, and sorry, I'm just trying to get the cards that she's bringing through. These ones I'm getting called to read for these ones now. The Queen of the Sun Oracle. Trust the unfolding. There's no wrong path, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. Okay, and I think that message there is your daughter's choices to stay in the relationship is saddening and showing a lack of self-love, but also from your perspective, she's concerned about you. She's concerned about you. I don't know if it's blaming yourself or wondering what more you could do or you could have done, anything you could have done in your daughter's life before now to train her up not to accept this kind of treatment from a man. But basically, the energy that I'm getting from this card is don't blame yourself. There's nothing you could have done or said in the past that would have helped her to avoid the situation. And in the moment, remember that you can only do what you can do, and ultimately the toxic relationship, that's her choice. but you can certainly model loving behavior, and you can model being a soft place for her to fall. Boundaries. It's very important for you to set boundaries with a toxic person in your daughter's life. Make sure that you're very clear, not in an argumentative way, but just letting them both know what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. So, for example, many years ago, it's a completely different situation, but many years ago when I was first married, my mother-in-law was extremely toxic to my father-in-law, my parents, my husband's parents, and she would, say all sorts of mean things to him and be really, really toxic, which, if we were in their house, I wouldn't say anything, but the minute they stepped into my house, I would be very firm with them, and I would say to her, excuse me, in our house, we do not treat people we love in that way. If you want to be in my house, you need to act with love. So it's that's kind of a thing, where you set very firm boundaries, and by your actions you demonstrate to her, and your mother is saying it's not only acceptable to set boundaries, but important. Order. You need to create some order out of the chaos. Do what you can control, and okay, Mum, Deb's mum, what else? Recovery. I don't know if that's you that needs recovery or your daughter needs recovery. Your daughter certainly needs a lot of love from you and not criticism. Beauty. I think your daughter's world has become very small, and your mum's saying she can sometimes not see the beauty in life anymore, and she's lost her insight. She's lost her perspective. Okay. So, Deb's mum. Will Deb's daughter get out of the toxic relationship? She's saying that animals will bring her comfort. Will she be able to get out of it? I'm getting that if she is able to, she's going to need help to get out of it. She's just not sure. And look, there's another animal card. Animals are my friends. I'm kind and loving towards them. I'm almost getting that you wouldn't treat a dog like that. I don't know why that's coming up. And the bottom, wishing boat. I look forward to new challenges. So I'm getting almost that your daughter, your mum is worried that your daughter is, she feels that she has to settle for this, and she will find it a challenge as she moves forward out of this relationship, but she is more than strong enough to do so. Yeah, and there you go, light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm getting that your daughter certainly can get out of this toxic relationship, and your mum is encouraging you. Something to do with animals here. I don't know if you're going to bond over animals or what it is, but she certainly can. But at the moment, she's lost perspective and she doesn't really have insight. But it's important not to come across as judgmental. I know you're not judgmental, but she may see that. And so if you can give her little moments of insight, that'll be the catalyst for moving out of the toxic relationship. But it's important for you to set boundaries. But then definitely she will be able to move out of this darkness into the light, and see there's more purpose, more love in this world, and she's worth much more. So I hope that gives you some comfort and encouragement there, Deb. I'm getting it. There's going to be definitely a healing process that needs to go through. Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you for asking your question, and thank you for being more specific about it. It's really helpful to be able to pick up more on the energy. Susan Dwyer, how is my mum Christina? She passed many years ago and hasn't visited for a while. All right, let's find out. Let's find out. Susan's mum, Christina. 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 Jophiel, trust the unfolding. There is no wrong path, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. Learning experience. Take time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding further. And on the bottom, Metatron, heaven to earth. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. I'm getting very much from these cards that she is there. She is visiting you. It just might be that you do not need. It's almost like weaning a baby. You do not need as many signs as you did in the beginning, and just trust that she's always there with you. She's part of you. She's in you, and she's in everything. And I know it's frustrating when we don't feel that feel that our loved ones are there, but you don't need to feel it to know that how much she's loved you, how much she loves you. Sorry, when I get a frog in my throat, that often means it's a very important message. Wisdom, remember, I am always with you. And heaven to earth, she's always with you. Even when you don't get that sensation or that knowing or that feeling as though she's missing you, remember that a mother's love can never be separated from you. Let's see what else. Christina. Yeah. You are not alone. There's a direct message from her. You are not alone. Susan, you are not alone. So she's still with you. And that's what I got from the reading those first cards, heaven to earth. You're not alone. And I'm not sure why you're not sensing her presence as much. I'm getting more that just know that she's always with you. Just know that she's always there. There's nothing that can separate you and her love. And you can keep asking for signs. You might experience her in a different way, her presence in a different way from what you have done previously. And we all evolve. So it's fine to ask for some kind of a sign, something that's meaningful to you, or something. Think, I'm going to ask Mum, I'm going to ask you for a sign that you're around today. I really do need you more than ever. And then signs might appear. Cycles. Yeah, cycles. And this is probably why you're not sensing her presence as much, because life goes in cycles. And maybe she thought that you didn't need that much signs, or however it is that you knew that she was with you, because you should remember that she's always with you. But if you need those signs again, if you need that whatever that connection is, just ask for it. Ask for it. Oh, she's concerned about your mental health, and there's two cards there about moving forward. I'm getting it. She was concerned that you would be so stuck in the past and so stuck in your grief. She was concerned that you wouldn't be able to move forward if you felt her with you as strongly all the time, if you know what I mean. And it's not a case of forgetting her or anything, but you don't need to rely on any signs or any however it is that you felt that she was with you. Just remember and trust your wisdom. That was this card here. Remember and trust your wisdom that she is always with you, whether you feel her or not. Vitality. Yeah, she wants you to live your life, enjoy your life, be the incredible woman that you know you can be, and not to be too stuck in the grief. So this will mean something to you, and even if you don't get the meaning immediately, meaning might come through a bit later. Oh, and she wants me to draw one of these kids ones. But she's always with you. She hasn't left you. That's the most important thing to know. I'm getting the animal. Animals are my friends, and I'm kind and loving to them. And I'm getting you need to be kind and loving to yourself. And my voice is heard in the world. Yeah, and that's very much similar to this one here. Vitality. Live your life. But know that she's always with you. Know that she's always with you. Susan, even if you don't sense her visiting you, or however she used to visit you in the past, whether it was in a dream or however, she's not disappeared. She's still there, and if you need some signs, ask her for them. I hope that was helpful to you there, Susan Dwyer. Just put these cards back. Just clear the energy. She's an incredible woman, absolutely incredible. That incredible love, energy of love, Susan. Okay, Silver Moon. Which of my loving spirits are with me now, and what do they want me to know? Not sure if the cards will tell me which spirits are here, but we'll give it a go. I certainly will be able to tell you what they want you to know now, Silver Moon. But identifying who the spirits are, that's not really, I don't generally get that. I generally need that to come from the person who I'm reading for as to who they're wanting to come through. But let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. You might recognize them, I might not recognize them. And so let's see. Metatron, heaven to earth. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. So I know that you sometimes have a bit of a difficult situation on earth, but this is just a reassurance that things will get better, and that you've had a mission on earth, and whatever that mission is, whether it's about patience or kindness or learning to continue to love others through the difficult times, you are where you're in a place where you can still shine light in the world, even when things even when you find things very challenging. And on the bottom of the deck was this one, Archangel Chamuel, relationship assignments. So this is to do with a higher calling, spiritual calling. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. And so, for example, you've been a great and loving guide, and to myself, this is just as an example. And so when somebody like me crosses your path, part of your mission, your soul's purpose, is to shine your light, to be an example, to be friendly to people who are friendless. What else? Wealth. Wealth is not defined as money. Wealth is defined as wealth in relationships, love, kindness, joy, and leading, guiding. I'm not sure if this is you guiding somebody or somebody guiding you, or if horses have a particular meaning to you. But there's definitely guidance happening here, and you're never alone either. Truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. And all this brightness around you is just acknowledging what an incredible person you are, and how much love and light you bring to the world. And at the bottom of the cards here, new beginnings. New beginnings are on the cards for you. New beginnings are about to happen. And the new beginnings are very positive. It's a time of renewal for you is coming up. and it's important to try and find contentment where you are before you move on to the next phase, and the next phase is joy, and you will be protected as you move through this difficult time, and illumination. You'll start to get some kind of understanding, some kind of some kind of traction, some kind of fast forward movement, because see, over here there was one horse, and here there's 2 horses in the background and 2 in the foreground, so there's 4 horses. And so it's a very fast forward kind of movement towards this contentment. First the contentment, then the joy and the renewal, and while the whole process is going on, you are protected. So when things seem very bleak, you're never alone. And cats are significant in this message. Let me just pull one of these. Cats are significant in this message, and so to do with cats, the love of cats, the your loved ones might show affection to you through cats. These cats are very important. When you see the cats, when you see any cats, just remember that you are loved and you are protected, even when it feels that you're not. And that card just jumped out, and it says, remember that you are cherished. Shelter. Shelter is not only to do with your home, your place where you live, but it's more to do with knowing in your heart that you're never alone and that you are always loved. And our homes can change, and we can have to sometimes move physically, but even when we move physically, it's the home is where the heart is. I'm getting in this message. Home is where the heart is, and the most important thing is you are cherished and shelter, protected. Whew. So you will know who that energy is, or if it's more than one person there for you. Silver Moon, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for asking your question. Let me just clear the energy. Okay. Grab these cards, put them back in here. So thank you for being here, lovely. Thank you for asking your question. I appreciate you and all that you do. Karen Milken. Judy, I'm not sure what that means. Hi, Karen Milken. If you need me to do a reading for you, please provide me as much information as you can. Sydney Observer, your mum is Betty and your sister and family have had difficulties afterwards. I'm sorry to hear about that, Sydney Observer. Yeah, if you can put all the details in your initial question, it makes it much easier for me to connect with the readings. Sydney Observer, I hope that you still that reading was helpful and meaningful to you. Your daughter is Beth, 32, and she's had 10 years of abuse, Deb. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Deb. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, very important to have an escape plan. There is an app called the Aspire app, which was created by Robin McGraw, Dr. Phil's wife. Encourage your daughter to download that app. That app looks like just a news app, but there's a hot button on there that you can program in case of an emergency. So she can just click this button on this app. It doesn't look like anything, but when you click the button, it will contact and send a pre-recorded message to whoever she allocates. So that could be to you yourself, or it could be to call 911, whatever it is, just to let people know if an emergency happens. So Deb, just a bit of practical advice there for you. I hope that's not needed, but the Aspire app has been saving lives, and so that's just a bit of practical But I am getting that she can get through it, and she can get out of it and see the light at the end of the tunnel. Whispers from Heaven, good morning. How are you? I sent you an email a few days ago. I hope you saw that. Let me see. Whispers from Heaven wants to know, does my son in heaven have a message for his brother Robert getting married on New Year's Day? Wow, New Year's Day. It's a great day for new beginnings, isn't it? Whispers from Heaven. Chafiel, trust the unfolding. There is no wrong path, only choices that take you closer to or further from love. And so I'm getting that if your son Robert, if he feels concerned or whatever, this is very much of a message of encouragement that this is not a wrong path, put it that way. And it's also very much of an encouragement for your son Robert to always treat his wife with respect, and to dedicate his life as a married man to moving closer to love. What can I do today to make my wife feel more loved, more special, more cherished, is what I'm getting there. Center. The center. He's encouraging Robert to treat his new wife like the center of the universe, and really put her first in all things. Show her love. It's not to say not to have boundaries, but to have insight in the relationship. Be very important to make sure there's good communication going on, and to ask his wife what her needs are, how he can best meet her needs. And it's particularly important for men, because men often don't understand what women's needs are, and so Robert will need to make active steps to remind his wife that she is the center of his universe. She is always special. But yeah, and there's the new beginnings of the marriage relationship, and your son in heaven is there blessing the relationship, and this is encouraging. When he treats his wife like she's the center of the world, she will treat him in the same way, provided that each of them sets healthy boundaries. Power. I'm getting that this is a powerful love between these two, an absolute powerful love. Let's see, what other messages for Robert? Joy. Always communicate. Get him to always communicate with his wife how much joy she brings him. And again, that's having somebody at the center of your universe, and reciprocity. As he treats her like the center of the universe, as he treats her like the woman of his dreams, he also needs to communicate with her what his needs are. And so he needs to communicate and find out what her needs are, so that he can really make her feel special. And he needs to also calmly and clearly communicate his needs. Synergy. Yeah, this marriage is divinely blessed, and they certainly will be able to bring out the best in each other. The marriage is full of possibilities, renewal, love. Your son in heaven is watching over them, protecting them, and boundaries. That was a word that came up to me a few times. Both need to set healthy boundaries with each other, and respect each other's boundaries, respect the boundaries of the marriage, give each other grace when things go wrong, as they do in life. And weaving. The weaving is about intentionally creating the relationship that they want, intentionally creating a marriage that they can both be proud of, intentionally creating the path of the marriage. Always welcoming each other, and looking after each other. So it's a very, very positive reading, but for them to understand that they can set the tone for the marriage, and they will set the tone for the marriage, and it's important for them to, as I say, set boundaries and really be open to possibilities that this could be one of the most incredible love stories of all time, is what I'm really getting. But it comes down to that communication and being each other's soft place to fall, and reciprocity, each working to make the other's life better and beautiful. And that's he will feel like a new man, the renewal card. Wow, what a beautiful message. And it's going to be a marriage of joy. But again, it comes down to that being insightful enough to know how to communicate. And I'm also getting that the love languages. I don't know if your son has read that book about the love languages, to find out each other's love languages so that they can each uphold each other and make each other feel cherished, and that'll bring untold blessings to both of them. Wow. Whispers from heaven. What an incredible message. What an incredible son you have on the other side. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Anna. How are you? Anna asks, do my grandparents watch over my family? I was especially close to my grandmother. Sometimes I see her in my dreams, but she never speaks. I also lost a twin at 28 weeks and carried both babies to term. Oh dear, I'm so sorry to hear that, Anna. That is devastating. Let me just clear the energy. Let's take a moment to tune in to this energy and see. Anna's grandparents. Personal responsibility. Take responsibility for your choices. This is an opportunity for inner growth. Manifestation vortex. Focus your energy on with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome that you desire. So this is really talking about faith. It's talking about let's get more about these two cards, responsibility and manifestation. This is about building the life for yourself that you want. What else? Tell us more. Anna's grandparents, tell us more. Sanctuary. Yeah, that's definitely her that's visiting you in your dreams. And this is her here. When you pull up the covers like that, she's there with you, and you hop under the covers and you go to bed, and that's when she visits you. And I'm getting very much why she doesn't talk to you in your dreams is more that she just wants you to know that you're there. I mean, that she is there, but she wants you to be responsible for your life. So she doesn't want to disrupt the path of your life. She doesn't want to disrupt your strength of character. She just wants you to know that she loves you, and she trusts you to make the right decisions. Just knowing that she's there, just knowing that you're always loved, just knowing that you are love. And that's why she doesn't want to. It's not that she doesn't want to, but that's why she doesn't talk to you in your dreams, because she wants you to find your own path, and she trusts you to find the best path in life. Ignite, release your potential. Yeah, and that's very much similar to this card, this personal responsibility. Release your potential. Be the best you can be. So she's encouraging you from the other side. So see, in this first card, you're hiding under the covers. Not hiding, but renewing yourself. And it says connect to your inner strength. And then in this card here, she's holding you and she's showing you your potential. And you're the rabbit again. And it says ignite, release your potential. Joy, embrace the blessings of life. Peace, Open your heart to peace. And I'm getting here, there's that baby of yours that came into the world with its eyes closed. Even though that baby wasn't alive when it was born, they know you. They knew you in the womb, and they know you now. And they are with you. They are with you always. Always sending love. Always sending hope. Always sending... yeah, it's just pure love and reflection. This is very much from your grandmother. Healing, transformation. Your grandmother wants you to feel as though you're healing. Dedication. This is very much my mother card. You loved that baby loved you, and you still love the baby, and the baby still loves you. And it's terrible that you had to go through that very difficult challenge, but it says here your challenges will reap rewards. You will be more not appreciative. Let me see what words want to come through. Even though this difficult situation happened, this painful situation, you will be, I don't know if the word better mother is the correct word, but you certainly, this experience will be something that shows, that leads you to be even more dedicated a mother than you would have been. And protection, here you go, protection. And this is the baby that was born alive, and there's your grandmother behind you, protecting you, and there's you, your mother energy. But the baby that was lost is always with you as well. The baby that was lost is always with you as well. So let's see if these cards have anything else to say to you. Wow, wow. So that baby is, that energy of that baby is always with you, as well as the energy with your grandmother. New beginnings, new beginnings. Let's see. Your grandmother will always be with you, and your grandmother is always so proud of you. And you've got a purpose in this life, and your purpose in this life is to love without condition. Be strong, to be kind, to be gentle. Your heart's desire. And that's insight card. There's something that will be illuminated for you. And your grandmother wants you to know, to always have hope. And here, this is the card of creating the path for yourself. And that was the same one with the taking responsibility. Creating and... yeah, creating the life for yourself that your grandmother is proud of. And look at that light at the end of the tunnel there. One day you will be reunited in spirit with your baby that passed. But they are always with you. They are always with you, loving you. Always with you. Let's see. I get a card here for a message for your twin that remained with you, your twin that was born. I share my world with the animals which have all kinds of strengths. Create a spiral. I am flowing with the seasons. So this is messages for your child that was born alive, the twin. Let the leaves go. I can let go of what I no longer need. I am free to make my wishes come true. I am grateful and I am blessed. So the twin is with the child that survived and also with you always. And I'm just getting these paper planes, it's messages in the air. I'm getting almost like spiritual messages and signs. And it's perfectly fine and acceptable and not problematic if you ask for signs. You ask for signs of your grandmother, you ask for signs from your baby, and your baby in heaven is watched over and nurtured and is fine and is not in any pain or any distress, and that baby still views you as their mother. And the fact that you didn't know them in the physical plane doesn't detract from you being their mother. This will make sense to you. Anna, thank you very much for trusting me with this beautiful energy. And the interesting thing is that your grandmother's love for you has helped you to be a better mother. And always just remember, open your heart to peace. And your grandmother says, release your potential, but she is always your sanctuary. She's always your soft place to fall. Wow, what a beautiful message. That was for Anna. I didn't get very much your grandfather coming through in that. It was more your grandmother coming through and your deceased baby very strongly coming through. So good morning. Oh, I just need to see. My chat has jumped. And yeah, sorry, I don't engage very much with the chats when I'm doing my readings because I need to focus my energy on the reading. Good morning, Leslie Richards. Sydney Observer, thank you, that's lovely. Absolute pleasure, Sydney. Good morning, Jennifer. Anna, that was the hardest thing ever, having a live baby and a stillborn. This was 30 years ago and it still hurts. Yeah, I can well believe that, Anna. Your baby is still with you, your stillborn baby. And your grandmother walks with you every day. Good morning, everybody. Karen Melikian. Judy, now gone 14 years. Any message for her children or grandchildren she never met? Both would point to a corner in their room when little and point to her picture. Judy, let's ask. Judy. Gone 14 years. Judy. Thank you for being here, Karen Malikian. Judy, messages for her children or grandchildren. Purpose. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Judy, tell us more, Judy. Preparation. I'm getting almost that she's saying she's preparing the way for the children and the grandchildren. She will be there to meet them when their time comes, but they mustn't be in any hurry to join her. Judy. They see how abundant this card is, with all the grapes in the front and the apples in the back. I'm just getting from that they all bring her great joy. She's watching over them, all of them. She knows where they are, what they're doing. Judy, recovery. If that makes message means anything to the children, I'm not sure. Somebody's recovering. She's watching over the recovery. Passion. That's great love. Not necessarily romantic love. but that's her great love for her family. And her greatest wish for her family is for them each to find love. And look at all the little stars around this couple here. Love, love, love. Wow, protection. There you go. It's a very strong card. Cats might be important in the family. This is Sekhmet, an Egyptian goddess. Goddess of love, goddess of protection. Very much a very strong influence in the family's life. Wealth, I don't know if that's actual proper wealth, you know, as in financial, or if that's a wealth of love. But her greatest desire for the family is for them to have joy, in each other, to really spread the love between each other. Joy and love. Yeah, and although she's not there physically, she is always there in spirit. And she can be watching over each of them at the same time. And this is how the spirit world works. It's like if you're in your bedroom watching Netflix and your husband is in the lounge room watching Prime TV and your kids in the bedroom watching YouTube, you're all watching a different channel. And that's what it's like with what she's saying is, look at the energy there. She's got enough energy and love to be watching over and loving and protecting each one of you simultaneously. It's not that she can only be with one and then she has to be with the other. It's that she's there always. She's very fierce. And there's another message for the family. Trust the messages within. They are divinely guided. And yes, that looking and pointing to the corner of the room and then pointing to a picture, that is definitely was her. Definitely was her. Communicating with them, being the presence, and even though they can't see her anymore, just know that she's still there just as much. Dedication. She's still dedicated to each and every one of them. Be still and listen. She is still guiding them. She's guiding them through their intuition. She's guiding them to a fruitful life. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful message from Judy there. Karen, I just need to take a breath. Such a message of love and strong presence in their life. Just need a second. Clear that energy. Christine Milligan. Good morning. Is anybody looking out for me, even in the not so good times? Even the not so good in life. Christine. Christine. Angelina, thank you very much for your super chat. I will read your message next, or read your husband's energy next. Let me just do Christine. Thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate. Angelica, I really appreciate that. Just going to read Christine Milligan first. Christine Milligan. Focus. Focus. Christine, I'm getting very, very much here about just taking time to calm your mind and it might be to do with lighting a candle. And if you search on YouTube for Suzanne Giesman's Sip of the Divine, she calls it. It's a 3-minute meditation practice. I'm getting that might help calm your mind and bring you into focus. Hope, absolutely, absolutely. People are watching out for you from the other side, and they want you to always have hope. And under the bottom of the deck, there's the protection card. Oh, and the recovery card. They're from the other side. They're saying to always have hope, because they're always there, always protecting you. Not sure if the cards will tell me who this is. Let's see. You may recognize who that is. Ignite your potential is what they're saying. Ignite your potential. Let's see. I want one of these. And this was on the bottom of the deck there. I can give good things to myself and others. And so I'm getting very much for you, Christine, that you are protected because of this. Where's the protection card? You're protected, and they want you to know, to have hope, and to understand your potential in life, your potential to recover from difficult things, and important to focus and to let go of things that have held you back in the past. So you definitely are being divinely guided. When I say divinely guided, that could be, I'm getting a very strong presence of someone. I'm not sure who it is, and it might be more than one part. Wow, very strong, powerful love. Just clear that energy. I'm just going to grab a drink of water. Sorry, people. Ponder that card for a moment. I had tech issues when I was setting up, so I didn't have a chance to grab my water. I'm just going to grab my water. Can you do me coffee, please? I'm doing my live. Can you do it just a full one? A full one, not the small one, the big one. Thank you. Alrighty. I am back. Sorry about that. Okay, life. Life. Okay. Angelina. Thank you for being here, my lovely. Can you tell me if my husband is around me and what messages he wants to tell me? Richard died September 20 something. I'm grieving too much to hear him. No problem, Angelina. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for the super chat, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry for your loss. So, life. I'm getting... Life must go on. And Soul Invictus, what that means is the sun that is... so even in dark times, hope will come. Hope will come. Things will get better, is what that card is saying. Calmness. It's fine and good to be grieving, and it's important to acknowledge your difficult feelings, but he's got you. Basically, he's got you. He's with you. Let your voice be heard. Don't stifle your grief. Don't stifle your grief. Let your grief flow through you. Don't be stuck in it, but don't pretend that it's not happening. And sometimes we kind of ignore our grief in a way, and we don't let ourselves feel those emotions. And as difficult as they are, it's important to let those emotions, to acknowledge them and let them flow through you. And you may need some grief support, some counseling support. So I'm getting here, this is him watching over you, and open your heart to peace. Open your heart to peace. It's very important for you to open your heart to peace. Remember how much he's loved you, and shine. Hold your head up high. He wants you to remember how proud he is of you, how much he loves you. What else about Angelina? From her dear departed husband, Angelina. Cycles, very much saying what goes round comes round. It's all part of the life cycle of life. At the moment, it feels like it's absolute darkness, but you will be able to come out of the darkness into the light. Again, let the grief flow, let the emotions flow through you. Don't be stuck in it. Let's see what else. Don't be stuck. This is very much a moving forward energy, not so much of just ignore what's happened, but very much hang on, my mother's just bringing me coffee. Why didn't you put it in?
I couldn't do it.
Oh, alrighty, hang on. Sorry. Thanks. Okay, so it's very much about this is part of life, and when the time comes and when you are ready, you will be able to charge forward courageously. Don't be afraid to move forward, because he's going to be there. He's going to be there helping you. Look at that gentleman on that chariot who's helping move you forward. Fertility, not necessarily about having babies, but about the potential of having a new life, new beginning. Although it was the end of his life, it's a new beginning for you, and at some stage you will be able to see the light in life again, but he will never leave you. What else for Angelina? What else for Angelina? Gratitude. He's very grateful for you. He's grateful for having known you. He's grateful for having been a part of your part of your life, for you to let him go. See that the little bubble around the leaf there? That's about letting him go. That's not, and it doesn't mean that you would love him any less. And he knows that. He knows that your love will always be there. Oh, action. He wants you to take some kind of action in your life. Do something positive, something that you enjoy, something that gives you some kind of physical forward momentum, whether it's, this lady is rock climbing, but it could be getting outside in nature. It could be going for a walk. It could be, going cycling. It could be whatever it is, just taking the first step. And this is him saying he knows how hard it is. He knows that it feels like it's an impossible steep climb, but I'm getting almost, you've got this, babe, kind of energy. He admires your strength of character, and he knows that you're strong enough to move forward, but it's not going to be an immediate solution or an immediate fix. you are strong enough to overcome this, even in your darkest time. Even in your darkest time. Angelina. Message from Richard for Angelina. Weaving. It's important for you now to create your new normal. It's important for you to deliberately design a new life without him. Ideas. He comes to you through ideas. He comes to you through intuition. He comes to you through that inner knowing in your heart, and he will always be a part of you, and you will always be a part of him. Let's see. Angelina. He's definitely around you. And he's sorry that it's so tough. He's sorry that it's so tough, but he's saying that in the future, things will improve. And it's a difficult mountain to climb, but you've got the inner strength and the inner wisdom to be able to do it. And I've just been shuffling these cards, and on the bottom was this one here, and this is a message that he wants you to know. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So it's important to take action, and even if you don't hear him, know that he is there, always inside of you, with you. And you will move through this. You will achieve your goals in life, but you need to be strategic, and you need to specifically set a particular course and then take action, especially when you don't feel like it. And he will always be there, loving you and guiding you. Oh, excuse me. And your life is going to be full of all good things. Wow, Angelina. What a beautiful energy of love and commitment and joy and sorrow. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for asking the question and giving me the honor to read for you and for Richard. Wow, Karen Melican, $50 super chat. Thank you so much. That is so generous. And Karen says, thank you so very much. Such a wonderful reading. I know Judy's family will appreciate this reading. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate your financial support, and I appreciate you physically being here, and I appreciate you sharing my reading with the family. And when I do a reading, always it's useful just to write down the timestamp, because otherwise it's tricky to find it afterwards. And so yeah, these readings are my gift of love, but I really do appreciate the financial assistance as well. I appreciate that. Let me see. Christine Mirau. Sorry, Christine, I'm butchering it. I miss my mum so much and would love a message from her if possible. Let's see, Christine. Let's see what we can do for you. Christine Mirau. My mum's name was Joy. Alrighty. Joy. Christine Mirau. Christine Mirau. Christine. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you haven't liked this live yet, please do. Christine from Mom Joy. Christine from Mom Joy. Nurturance. Restore your balance. Mum's concerned that you might be out of balance. Christine, have you been working too hard or spending too much time looking after other people? Reflection. She's very concerned about healing for you. Sanctuary, connect with your inner strength. If she was here in the flesh, she would just give you a great big hug. But she wants you to know that she's still always your soft place to fall. She's still always here with you, guiding you, loving you. Oh dear, a whole bunch fell out. That jumped out. Your life is a sacred gift, she's saying. Don't waste your life. Hope, out of the darkness comes light, and you'll not believe that card. She wanted you to know absolutely that this is a message from your mum, Joy. I'm just going to leave it there for a second while I connect more deeply with her energy. Embrace the blessings of your life. Embrace the blessings of your life. Embrace the blessings of your life. Christine M. I'm getting this from this. She's saying her name, you said her name was Joy. She's saying her name still is Joy. Her name still is Joy. Wow. Always keep hope, always keep faith, and make the most of your life. Enjoy where you're going on the way to where you're getting. Christine, I hope that makes sense. Gratitude. She is so grateful that you are her daughter, and she is always with you. Always with you. And know that when dark times come, there is always hope, and all dark things will come to an end. It's just a cycle of life. Wow, Christine. There she is, Joy. She's very proud of you. She's very proud of you. Thank you for being here, Christine M, and thank you for asking your question. Thank you for trusting me with that. Karen Coultus, hello, hello. I actually saw your question earlier before I started, and the very first reading I did for you, Karen. So if you go back and watch this live from the beginning, you'll see the reading that I did for you and the messages from your father. So thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. Deb says, thank you, Rainbow Pyramid. That was very helpful. Oh, it's a pleasure, Deb. It's a pleasure. So glad that you found it helpful. Leslie Richards says, big hugs to Anna. Oh, Dilly Gaff, hello. How are you? How are you? Yeah, Dilly Gaff on Friday when I did my, well, Saturday my time, but Friday your time, when I did my last live, it was an absolute drama. We've had so much rain here in Queensland that my internet went out halfway through the live. And I actually went to Carol's in the park last night. It had been raining like crazy for days and days, and my husband was singing in the choir, so we went. Thankfully there was no rain, but because everything was so wet, the power went out a couple of times. It was actually a concert and plus carols, so yeah. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning. Cool South Mississippi. Sunny and cool. Well, Queensland, Australia it's nice and cool today. Art Shine Design, you're back. Hello, hello. Great to see you again. Good morning. I'm just catching up on the the messages. I'm not sure why Stranger in Moscow's message got deleted. 2 days ago, I learnt of the passing of an ex. He died 2 years ago. We had never lost each other completely, but when he went silent, I respected that. Okay, I don't know why Stranger in Moscow's question was deleted. Maybe they're not here on the chat anymore. But anyway, I'll read on that one. Stranger in Moscow. Stranger in Moscow. So welcome to everyone that's joined the chat. I appreciate you all being here, all your time. If you want to give back to me, you can go back and read some of my other, watch some of my other videos. And thank you for those who've given super chats. I really appreciate it. Stranger in Moscow. Peace. Peace. I'm sorry for your loss, stranger. It's a very difficult thing. But I'm getting here that your ex was at peace when they passed. At least they were at peace with the with how they left things with you, or they were at peace with the finalization of your relationship. Things might have been left unsaid, but they didn't harbor any grudges or anything. Hope. Out of darkness comes light. I know it's very difficult when you experience the loss of a loved one, but they're encouraging you to have hope, encouraging you to speak out, to reach out. Maybe there's family members you need to reach out to. And they're just saying that they love your generosity. They love your generosity of spirit. They want you to look after yourself and to know that you are cherished, you are loved, you are held, you are kept, you're protected. And they just want you to know that it's important not to be stuck in grief, not to be stuck in regrets, to look after yourself and to restore your balance. Stranger in Moscow, thank you very much for being here. Suzanne Dwyer says, thank you. Rainbow, yes, her spirit was amazing. Her spirit is amazing, Suzanne. Susan, thank you for being here, Susan. Thank you for being here. Irene, good morning, Irene. How are you? Is there a message from my parents? My mother died in 1998 and father in 2006. Both of my parents died of health complications. I clearly saw my father's face in a dream last night. Oh, very nice, Irene. Very nice. Very nice, Irene. Let your truth be heard. I'm getting more that this is your father letting his truth be heard. Your father just letting you know. Remember how much I love you. Remember that you're always held by me. Remember that I will never leave you. Care. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be still and listen. So that was definitely a message of encouragement, Irene, from your late father. It's a message of abundance on the outside there. He just wants you to make sure that you look after yourself. Typical dad, look after yourself. Let's see what else. Oh, there he is again, your dad. Be open to the possibilities in your life. The possibility of all good things. He's just so proud of you and your potential. Ooh, resilience. Wow. Know that when you go through tough times, he is always there with you. He is your soft place to fall. He will always be that intuition voice inside of you. Be still and listen. He will guide you. Wow. Wow. He will guide you out of difficult times into new beginnings. Irene, Irene, Irene. He's a proud father watching on to see how you cope in life. Wow. He feels that you've got a strong will, and if you set your mind to something, to a path, you're able to break free. See, this lady's got ropes around her. You're able to break free of obstacles in your path. And I'm getting, this is the love that he has for you inside you, the intuition that you have, but I'm also getting at the same time that this is your mother watching over you, and this light here is the light of life that she gave you, the gift of life that she gave you and continues to give you, because she also continues to be your inspiration and your intuition and fertility. Yeah, she's so proud of you and of how she lives on through you. She's always with you. She's always with you. This card here, you will know what that means. Order, whether you like things to be in order, whether they are very orderly people, whether you're out of order at the moment. You will know what that card means. It's some kind of a message from them. Get your affairs in order. Plan, strategize, something like that. Contentment. Contentment. Their wish for you is to live a long, healthy, happy life and to grow old in contentment. And there's a little puppy there that may have a special meaning for you as well. Wow. Irene, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for asking your question. Just need to have a little break from that energy. Pure love, absolute pure love, and they're so proud of you and they just absolutely adore you. And I'm getting that they may not have let you know while they were here. They may not, especially your dad, I'm getting, may not have, he wishes he could have another day with you just to let you know how proud he is of you. He's not sure that you know that, and he wants you to be absolutely 100% sure that you know that. So, Irene, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Elaine, how are you, Elaine? Not sure if it's my dad who passed when I was 12 or my husband who passed on Christmas Day 14 years this year. Can you tell me which one is around me? Thank you so much. Oh, Elaine, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Passing on Christmas Day and losing your father at 12. Oof. Very difficult. Very difficult. Okay. Let's ask the cards for Elaine. Who is with Elaine at the moment? Who is with Elaine? Who is with Elaine? Elaine. Father or husband, who is with Elaine? Joy. Embrace the joy of life. Explain, please. Love yourself. Explain. Companionship. You are not alone. Okay, we know that. We know that. Thank you. You are loved unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally. Let go and be. I'm almost getting that they're both with you. They're both with you. Firstly, it doesn't matter because they're both pure love. But secondly, they're both with you. They're both with you. This, I'm getting more of your husband. And this, I'm getting more of your father. That they're both with you. Almost as though they might be taking shifts. This is happening in the daytime. This is happening in the nighttime. They're with you always. Look at that. I am enough. Yeah. They're both with you always. Oh, I'm getting real tingle all over. It's a very, very strong love from both of them. Okay, let's see. Let's see, cards. Give us a little bit more. Give us a little bit more for Elaine. For Elaine. For those that are just joining us, the more information or details you can make your question, the better the cards can hone in. For Elaine, the center. Honey, you are the center of both of their universes. They are just absolutely there for you. Life's purpose. Life's purpose is for you to be loved, to experience that unconditional love, both here and on the other side of the veil. Guiding. I'm getting that your father has been a strong guiding force in your life. Always he's been there. These fell out, so I'm going to read these. Progression. He's watched your progression as you've grown to a wonderful lady with absolute pride and amazement and almost awe. Grace. They're just saying sometimes you're too hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. Order. You'll know what that means if there's something in your order that's out of alignment, out of control, out of balance. Oh, and this one jumped up here. Focus. Oh, the unexpected. Unexpected things might happen, but you've got the strength to see it through. Reciprocity. I'm getting this is very strongly your husband's energy. And this, you are a joy to both of them. And remember, the first reading was joy. The first card was joy. They just want you to be happy. They both want you to be happy and make good, sensible decisions for your life. And look at all these hearts. Look how many hearts there are. They will never ever leave you. Neither of them will ever leave you. So they're both there. They're both there. Elaine, you're sensing their presence, and they're both there. And they're both so proud of you. They couldn't be prouder. And they both feel honored that you were in their lives. Even if they didn't really express it as much as they should have or they could have. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Dilly Gaff, I'm not too worried about the starting with the heart or anything. It's I've already read for Stranger in Moscow. I see that's why the question got deleted. Angelina, I haven't spoken up, but I have been following for a while. Oh, Angelina, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your super chat on your first ever time you've commented. Let's see. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. I'm just going through. I'm just watching, having another. Yeah, Karen Malekian, that she was visiting the babies as you all thought. Absolutely she was. Absolutely she was. Alrighty. Hi Demi, how are you? Peace 9898. Does my grandfather know I love and miss him? Does he have a message for me? Let me read on that for you, Peace. I am doing the readings in the order in which they have been asked, but anybody who does a super chat will jump to the front of the queue. That's just sort of a fair way that I can do it. So, Peace. Does your grandfather know that you love him, and does he have a message? Peace 9898. Peace. Look at that. Absolutely. 100%. Peace, peace. So, There's no accident, piece 9898, that card came out. He absolutely wants to know that he's here, he's always with you, and open your heart and accept his love, because he's always, always with you. Always, always with you. And of course he knows that you love and miss him. Of course he knows. Oh, he wants you to know that you are held. He is with you always, and he keeps you safe, and he keeps your family safe, and you are more than enough. He is so proud of you. And this card shouldn't even have been, I don't know, it was in this deck. Shouldn't even have been in this deck. But I accidentally didn't put it back in the correct deck. So when a card comes out, it's not an accident. He definitely, that's the most important message he wanted you to know, is that you are more than enough. You are more than enough. And he absolutely knows how much you love him. Your journey is a sacred gift. He wants you to enjoy your life. He wants you to find love. He wants you to know without a doubt in your mind that he knows how much you love him, and you are such an important part of his universe. He's always your soft place to fall. You can always talk to him. He will always be here for you, and he knows how much you love him. He just knows that. Rest, be still. And this is very similar to the open your heart one. Wow. The cards still amaze me. The cards still amaze me always. And just one from this deck. Center. You are the center of his universe. He knows how much you miss him. He knows how much you love him. And he loves you right back. Wow. Peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking your question. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you asking that question and giving me the chance to bring his message through. Okay. Whispers from Heaven. Rainbow, that was a beautiful reading. Thank you so much. Oh, it's my absolute pleasure, Whispers. Thank you for being here, as always. So I'm just going to go back in the chat to make sure I'm reading everybody. Elaine says to Angelina, your grief could have you missing signs that he is showing or giving to you. Sometimes just relax your body and mind. You may hear a song, see a butterfly, or smell a scent. It's him near you. And it's a very important message for everybody. And you can ask him to give you signs as well. Signs that are meaningful to you. Demi, Demoiselle, JRP, my grandparents used to live next door. Are they still around? And when are the current very unkind occupants of their old house moving on? Okay, Demi, I'm reading for your grandparents, not on anybody else, and I can't read on the energy of the occupants of the other house. That would be totally unethical for me to read on the energy of people who have not given me permission to do so. I can read on the energy of your loved ones who are here in this reading because they've given me permission to do so. I cannot read on the energy of strangers who have not given me permission. That would be against all of the ethics. I mean, I could do it, but that would be totally inappropriate, and I won't do that. So just to let you know that. Grandparents used to live next door. Are they still around? For Demi. Sanctuary, that could be the family home. So I'm getting very strongly that yes, they are around. They're around, and they're protecting you. Let go and be free. Let go and be free. Don't hang on to the grudge that you have with these other people. They will do what they will do, and they will move on in the fullness of time, or whenever the time is ready. The most important thing, you can't control what they do and how they act, but you can control your reaction to them. And your grandparents are saying, don't be stuck. Don't be stuck by what's happening over there. Let it go. There's only so much that you can do, and you can't be stuck in it. And there you go. Grandparents are telling you you're not alone. And another message, let things settle. So that's the same as this one. Let it go and let it be. You can only do as much as you can do, but you can't control other people. You cannot control their actions, their reactions. Don't even try. Don't even try. And when you get pulled down by other people's negative energies, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck. Let things settle. Reformation. You may have to change your attitude or your expectations, they're saying here. By being focused on the negative, they worry that you're going to be stuck in that negative. And if people are unkind, it's important to be kind. Don't let that affect your personality. Desire. They see what it is that you're after. And you have power, but you only have power over your own life, and your own actions, and your own thoughts, and your own feelings. You don't have power over other people. So yes, they're definitely there. They're definitely loving you. And they just want what is the very best for you. So, and they will never leave you, Demi. They will never leave you. So thank you very much for your question. Karen Malikian. Are babies lost? Miscarriage? Or mine died in utero 5 months. Do the babies stay around? I never found out if male or female or why. Always wondered if they stay around, mother or dad. Karen Malikian, thank you so much for that question. I really appreciate that question because it's a question that a lot of people have. And I can tell you this from all of my readings that I've done. Babies, when you say lost, they're not lost. They do remain. They do remain with their parents. Even though you haven't known them outside of the womb. And it doesn't matter that you didn't know. It doesn't matter in the sense of they still love you just as much. Even though you didn't know the gender of the baby. And you never found out why. You never found out why. I know I've already done a reading for Karen, but I'm going to do another one here because this is a different topic. And also, Karen, you've been so absolutely generous and you've asked a very, very important question. So I will read from your baby's perspective. That baby's soul will always be with you and always be loving you. And it might be that you need to give them a name, like a gender-neutral name, like Alex or something like that, to help you with the grieving process. But they're always with you. Remember, Mom, I'm always with you. Oh my word, rebirth. I was about to say something from my own knowledge and intuition, and I thought, no, let me read the cards. And what I was going to say before that card came out was, I do also believe that although the baby always stays with you, that it is often reborn into the family as somebody else. So then what does that mean? Does that mean now they're not my baby anymore because they're born either to you or to somebody close member of your family? No, the way that the spirit works is that the spirit of your baby as your baby, let's call him, her, Alex, will always be with you, but then can be reborn into somebody else. And the way that the spirit works is the spirit can coexist in those two. It's like two different TV channels. It's almost like the spirit becomes like a twin of itself. So the deceased baby's spirit remains with you, but then can be also reborn as somebody else. So very important to know that. Doesn't always happen, but can often happen. And just look how that baby clings to you and how that one's clinging to the mother. Karen Malikian. Let's do these baby ones. yeah, so your baby will always be with you. Your baby will always be with you. And it's important to grieve them, but it's also important not to be stuck in the grief. Candle magic. This is my card for family. That baby will always be part of your family. And you relate to that baby, or talk about that baby, or include that baby in your family life in any way that is healthy for you, that helps you to move on. And so if other people find it a bit weird or strange or whatever, then you communicate just with the baby directly. Don't worry about what other people think. But yeah, don't get too stuck on it. But they will always, they are part of your family. And it's the next card. Wishing tree. My wishes grow like a big tree. So your baby's wish for you is that you have a long, beautiful, fulfilled, healthy life. And at the bottom is I am enough. I am enough. So even though your baby was only with you for 5 months, I'm getting more that the baby was a girl. Even though she was only with you for 5 months, she loved you, and she knows that you loved her. And that is more than enough. That was her soul's purpose, her soul's mission, was just to know that unconditional love in your belly. And she knew it then, and she knows it now. Safety. You are held. She will never let you go. She will never let you go. Rest. It's important for you to rest. And she knows that Christmas time is a particularly difficult time for you. But she's always with you. Creativity. Mum, she wants you to seize the day. Do something for yourself. Look after yourself. Desire. Set your heart's desire. Progression. It's important to move forward with your life, but she will always be with you. I hope that helps, Karen Malikian. I'm so sorry to hear about this loss. But yes, she will always be your baby. And I'm just getting from these cards that she is a she. It doesn't really matter because across the veil there's no gender. But obviously in your belly she would have had a gender. And I'm getting that was a female. So sending you love and blessings, Karen. Sorry that you had to go through that. Thank you everybody for being here. Let me just go through some more messages. Excuse me while I go through. Just clearing the energy. Taking a breath. Anna says thank you. It's my absolute pleasure. Jamaica, good morning. Alison Andrews. Let me see, Alison Andrews. Anybody who wants to leave a tip in my tip jar after the live is over, just click on my Linktree link. It's in the description. Alison Andrews. My beloved father passed away when I was 15 years. I am still not over this and wish he had been with me all my life. My mother hardly talked about him to me. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that, Alison. So sorry to hear about that. Let me just tune into the energy. Alison. 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 Harmony, perfect balance. He's here to tell you, although he passed when you were 15, he was always with you, and he still is always with you, and he's so proud of you. I wonder if there are any other family members that you can talk to about him. Calmness. Might be that your mother found it too difficult to talk about him, or it might be that she was worried about upsetting you. And look, I split the deck, and look what was underneath. She wanted to protect you from pain. She wanted to protect you from pain. Is there Is there any way that you can talk to her about it now? Just say to her, Mum, I really need to know more about my father. I feel like I lost him twice, because firstly he was just gone, and then secondly you wouldn't even talk about it. And if she can't, then you might need to talk to other family members about him. Maybe do some family research, maybe do some genetic research. You might find some cousins or long lost relatives that you didn't even know you had. I'm just getting here that she couldn't give you what she didn't have herself. She was just worried about nurturing you. She may not have shown it. You're also getting this very masculine energy here of your father protecting you, your father watching over you during your life, maybe watching over you as you have a family of your own. Let's see, Alison. Let's see, Alison. Generosity. Be the divine flow of goddess nature. Companionship. You are not alone. Yeah, this is very much what I was getting before. He has always been with you, and he will always be with you. And I know that doesn't really help when you've got this physical ache in your soul and in your body. You just wish he was there. But he is there. He wants you to have hope in your future, because he knows that your future is bright. And your mum might just not be able to give you what you need her to give. This passion card, not necessarily about romantic passion, it's about love, pure love. And that can be your father also showing that he's never lost his love for you. Focus. He's always there. He's always he can be the inner voice. He can be your intuition. You could see him in signs, something that was special to you and he. When those signs cross your path, then you know that it's him. Also, he might come to you in lyrics of songs, or on billboards, or in many, many different ways. Yeah. You are the center of his universe, and he wishes that he had told you more, just how proud he is of you. Order. Order. Getting your affairs in order, keeping chaos out of your life. It might be a particular person that you need to set boundaries with. Let's see, what else? Alison. Joy. You are his joy. You're the center of his universe, and you are his joy. You still bring him so much joy. Recovery. I'm just getting that your mother has never really recovered from this, even if she doesn't give you that message. Synergy. You really might be able to heal with her. You might be able to heal some of that rift with her. You might be able to just let her know that for your own recovery, you need to be able to talk about him. Ask her, so why do we never talk about Dad? Why do we never... just let her know how important it is to you. But if she can't give you that, remember that he's there always with you, and he always loves you, and he's got great hopes for your future. And he thinks, yeah, see, just always remember this card. You are not alone. Alrighty, Alison Andrews. Thank you for being here. Let me see. Charles Brown, the Braff. How was Charles Brown treated in the last few days of life, was he cared for properly? The breath. Does he know we couldn't be there with him? The breath. I'm getting that you've still got grief stuck in your body. Love your body. I'm getting here, there's no judgment. Companionship. You are not alone. He knows that you were with him in your spirit was with him. He knows that you wanted to be with him. He didn't feel like he was alone. He didn't feel like he was alone. I'm getting that very much cared for. And he may, I don't know if he was in a coma or what was happening, but he felt your presence. Let me see. Bliss, open the door to the divine. And so in his last days, he was opening that door to the divine. He was living in a state almost between two worlds. He was cared for by the people around him, but he was also open to spirit. And through that spiritual connection, he knew pure love. Awakening. He was having a spiritual awakening, and he was living in that moment. Love. Be free from all that holds you back. He's saying, you and whoever else is feeling guilty about not being there with him, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go, because he was in a state of this bliss, this divine love, and he knew, and he still knows, how much care and concern you had for him. Let's see what else these other cards. The breath, Charles Brown. Illumination. Yeah, in the end, he was ready to go. Illumination, heading for the light. He knew how much love he had here on the earth, and he was ready to let go. What else? What about this question about them not being able to be there? His wealth was the love that he had, the love that he felt from others. Possibility. He knew that there was no possibility that you could be there. He knew. But he knew that you were there in your spirit, because you were he was in your thoughts, he was in your mind, he was in your prayers, he was in your hearts. He's saying there's no division of time and space when you're in this state of bliss, of oneness with the universe. So he didn't feel that you weren't there. He felt that you were there. And that's his focus. His focus is on the love that he felt around him as he was leaving this life, going into the light. And he had great hope. Let's see. What else, Charles Brown? He needs you to be resilient and to give yourself grace because of something unexpected that happened. He wants you to grow old in contentment, and he wants you to renew your spirit. Do not let this separation, physical separation from him at his passing, don't let that hold you back. Give yourself the grace, because he's already given you the grace. There was nothing to forgive. But if it needs to be forgiven, then he forgives you. And anybody else. And welcome. He just wants you to feel at peace and restored. So wow. Yes, he was completely cared for, and he knows you couldn't be there. And he was welcomed as he crossed the veil, but he wants you and your spirit to be renewed, because he knows that something unexpected happened. And this is the most important card. Give yourself the grace that he gives you. And he's always given you. He never blamed you for anything. And how was he treated in those last days? He was in a state of bliss. He was happy. People around him were very kind. companionship, love. And this love, be free from what holds you back. Be free from being held back by this worry that he didn't know that you wanted to be there. He doesn't want that to hold you back. He wants you to move on to the next phase in your life, and give yourself grace just as he has given you grace. Your love and his life is more than just those last fleeting moments. Your love will always endure, and as will his. The breath, I hope that helps. Hello everybody who's joined. I just need to take a little break between the readings while I put my cards together and clear my energy. Okay, I'm not sure why some of these comments have been deleted. Just for the mods, please don't delete anything unless it's absolutely necessary, unless it's something distracting energy or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to read some of these deleted comments. I'm not sure why they were deleted. Mags Brat, my brother passed away this July. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Mags Brat. We all miss him so much. Cancer is so unfair. Oh, Mags Brat, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. Let me see if he's going to come through. Cancer is unfair and sometimes life sucks. Mags Brat. This is almost like a cocoon. It's just really saying, look after yourself. Look after yourself. Desire. Yeah, your greatest desire was for him to be healed and to come back to you, to be well. Sometimes life just isn't fair. But he's moved forward. He's moved into the light. He's at peace. He's got no pain. He's energetic. He's active. He's moving forward. And he just wants you to know that your life is full of possibilities. Your life is full of possibilities, and he couldn't be prouder of you. And he just hopes that you have a beautiful, love-filled life. And when you're ready, it will be time for you to renew your spirit, and just know that he will always be with you, always be watching over you, always be cheering you on. I'm almost getting like at a football match. He'll be both the coach and the crowd cheering you on. Mags Brat, I hope that helps. Okay, let's see what's happening next. Oh, just hold on, everybody. Do you need it?
I just wanted to get my sticker out.
I'm not sure where it is. Do you need it?
Oh, I'll just box it in. Thanks.
It might be in. Have you got that handbag that I took last night?
What handbag was this?
The one with the butterflies on it? Is that in your bedroom?
I'll have a look at it. Otherwise, I'll just leave it. Thanks.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. Do you need me to look for you? Maybe you can just take it through there and empty everything out. Okay. Sorry, I don't know where it is. Do you want to look hanging up in my wardrobe? Do you want to look and see if Mark's keys are hanging up in the wardrobe? Okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm back.
Karen Milikian, Rainbow Pyramid. Wow, just wow. Thank you so very much for answering my question. I already texted both of her children to come and watch and listen. What a beautiful message for them. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, Karen, and thank you so much for your generosity with your super chat. Hello, Mercy C. Can my spirits guide me about my house project? Shall I go ahead with it? Mercy C, I'm only reading on deceased family members today, so please can you pop back at my next live, which will be Friday afternoon, evening for the Northern Hemisphere, UK, US, all of that, and Saturday morning for Australia. If you just go to my channel and click live, you'll see when the next one is. I need to honor this space. This is for past loved ones. But thank you for being here, Mercy C. I really appreciate you. Pat Witzel. I've been dreaming a lot about my relatives that passed away, mostly my mum. I haven't been feeling very well. I'm trying to find out what they're trying to tell me. Pat Wetzel, Pat Wetzel. Let's see. Pat's mum. Oh, two cards jumped out here, Pat. She wants you to know that she's always with you and she's always protecting you. And this card here is more, the truth will set you free. If something's holding you back, if there's something in your lifestyle that is perhaps impacting your health. Are you eating healthy? Are you getting even just a bit of exercise? Are you drinking water? So mum's just concerned about you. She wants to know that she's always there protecting you, but you also need to look after yourself. Let's see, what else is mum telling Pat Wetzel? Pat Wetzel. Love your body. Yeah, she's worried that you're not looking after yourself. You need to take whatever actions you can take. Make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you eat. Care. Be gentle with yourself. Look after yourself. Pat Wetzel, very clear message from your mum, especially your mum. You need to look at your lifestyle truthfully, and you don't have to change everything in one go. But are there small things that you can change? And just change one thing at a time, whether it's getting enough sleep or eating more fruit and veg, whatever it is. So there's that. Just the message of looking after yourself better. Max Bratz, I think I already read for you, but I'll pull two more cards. Your husband passed away in May 2011. You dream of him often. They were intense, that you swear he was really there. And then one dream he told me he had to let go, but that he told me he loved you every day. Yeah, the truth is, if we are too focused on our loved ones that have passed, it can hinder us moving forward. And so sometimes we need to have boundaries and they need to have boundaries. It doesn't mean that they love you any less. It just means that you need to trust that they're there with you always, and you may not always sense them or feel them or know that they're there. Yeah, see, he wants you to be living your life, vitality, lots of life, and not stuck in grief or stuck in the past. I hope that helps you there, Max Brat. Cindy Davis, hello, how are you? Angelina, thank you. I'm sorry my typing was messed up. That's all right. Thank you for reading for me. Oh, my absolute pleasure, Angelina. Thank you very much for your super sticker. Very kind, very generous. Janeka, can you please see how my parents and grandmother are now? My parents suffered death in the hospital. Miss them so much. Hope they are in a good place. Janeka, so I'm so sorry for all of your losses there. Janeka. Mental health. They're concerned about your mental health. I'm also getting from this that you may have been concerned about the care that they were getting in the hospital, but not to be worried because they were ready to move on. And see all these little sparkles here? They were greeted as they crossed over. Each one of them was greeted on the other side. Even before they crossed over, they were aware of loved ones being with them. Progression, natural progression of life. Natural progression of life. Reciprocity. They really want you to know how much they love you. And this card here is progression, about freedom, about being free from pain, free from concern, free from disease. And then this one, this progression, it's the natural progression. Look at this beautiful green field, and how she flows. Her dress flows into nature. They are one with nature. They are one with everything. They are one with love. Protection. They want you to feel protected and loved. How are they doing? How are they doing? Yeah, they'd fulfilled their life's purpose and they moved on. The solar, again, it's the cycle of life. Preparation. They know that you weren't prepared. They know that you weren't prepared to let them go. But again, it's part of life. And they've gone to prepare the way for you and your other loved ones. And as their lives ended, new beginnings started. And it's time for you to have a season of renewal. And they've been renewed in their spirits. They no longer suffer pain. They no longer suffer fear. But they do feel love. They do feel love. Yep. They're concerned about you. They're concerned if you're overdoing it maybe. You might need to take a bit of rest. And you are their joy. I'm getting that they're watching over other family members as well. But particularly you. You are a pure joy to them. And then this card jumped out, rest. Again, they're concerned about you needing to slow down. I hope that helps you, Janeka. I hope that helps you. They are well. All is well with their souls. And they're very proud of you. They're just a little concerned that you might be doing too much, a bit out of balance. A little bit too, I wouldn't say too active, but it's important to slow down and really take care of yourself, if that makes sense. Janeka, thank you so much for being here. Karen Coultis, thank you. Oh no, it's a pleasure, Karen. I did see your message before I got on, and then it disappeared, and I wasn't sure if you were still on. Karen Malikian, Joy, what a beautiful name. Yes, absolutely. Dixie, would love to hear from my mom. Lila Jean. Ooh, what an interesting name, Lila Jean. Let's see. Let's clear this energy. Lila Jean. Lila Jean for Dixie. Lila Jean for Dixie. Oh, these cards didn't work. This shuffle didn't work. Lila Jean for Dixie. Let's try it this way. Okay. Not those cards. Lila Jean wants these cards. Alrighty. You're the boss, whatever you say. Lila Jean for Dixie. Lila Jean for Dixie. Lila Jean for Dixie. Sacred activist. Protect what is right and just. Let love lead the way. You will know what that means, Lila Jean. Divine discernment. Trust the messages within. They are divinely guided. They are divinely guided. Trust your messages within. And your mum wants you to know about friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and who really care. Keep those and let the others go. And then this one also popped out. Faith. Believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Spirit includes the spirit of your mum. Ask for guidance and it will come. And now just one from this deck. Preparation. Always look internally, look to your intuition, and it will help you prepare for the challenges of life and also the joys of your life. And your mum is always there in the heart, in your heart, helping you along the way. Renewal. Yeah, so spend time in nature and learn to listen to that inner voice that you have. Desire. Follow your heart's desire. Make plans on where you want your life to go, what you do want, what you don't want, and your mum is always there cheering you on and watching over you. And she's particularly, I wouldn't say concerned about your friendships, but saying, just remember to set boundaries and let go of those who do not bring out the best in you. Stranger in Moscow, you're there. Thank you very much. Oh, pleasure, pleasure. Anna says, thank you so much for the lovely message. Absolute pleasure. Just thank Spirit and the cards. Jennifer, I'm not doing general reading today. Please come back. My general readings Saturday morning, Australia time, Friday afternoon, evening in the Northern Hemisphere. Today we're only reading for people who need readings on deceased loved ones. Alrighty, thank you everybody for being here. I'm just going through the messages. Let me have a look. Boss Lady PKP, hello, how are you? The loss of my cousin Gus is still a grieving process. Is he still looking out for me? And does he think I should move back home? Boss Lady, Boss Lady, Boss Lady. I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of Gus. Let's see what the cards say for you, Boss Lady. Let's see what messages Gus can bring through the cards. Anybody else waiting for a message, remember to make your question as specific as possible. It's always helpful for me to know the person's name, and sometimes how they passed also helps. Just guide the energy. Gus wants you to know relationship assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for people in your life. Okay. Let's see. Preparation. Each experience that you have is preparing you for what lies ahead. Gus, are you still around? New beginnings, but there he is, a guiding light to you. Let's see, what else? Weaving, it's just saying there, really focus on creating the life that you want, the life that you want, and avoiding the life that you don't want. You've got great power over your future direction. Quest. Be bold. Mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. So this is very much, he is definitely with you, and I'm getting the impression that he will always be with you. He will never leave you. Let's see what else. Gus, this one flew out. Realignment. Feel the ebb and flow of life. So he really sees some amazing abundance in your life, in your future. But he will always be by your side. Hope. Out of the dark times comes light. He knows how much you're grieving, and that's all part of the natural process, but he will always be with you. He will never leave you. And where he is now, there's no pain, there's no suffering, there's no misery, just pure love. And that's what he has for you. Boss Lady PKP, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for trusting us with your question. Righty ho. Let me put all of these back. Okay, I just need a minute to recenter my energy. So I'm just going to give you that card there for the moment. Okay. Unicorn and rainbows. Unicorn and rainbows is asking, what messages or things do the loved ones in heaven want for me to know right now, and for the loved ones here as well? Let's see. Unicorn and rainbows. Unicorn and rainbows. Beginnings. New beginnings. And a bright new future is happening. It's important to be aligned with your life's purpose, but also there is light at the end of the tunnel. Desire. And it's very interesting because look, it's a very similar card, these two similar cards. Desire. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to get out of life? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? And this might not just be for you, it might be for others in your family as well. Remember that there are cycles, times when you move fast ahead and times when you slow down, and it's important to focus. It's important to focus, get that alone time, the time to clear your mind. And let's see, unicorn rainbows. Oh, 2 have come out. Adversity. See the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. And this one also jumped out at the same time. Expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. And I don't know about you, but for me, Spirit communicates frequently through music. So you might be thinking of a song and then you turn on the radio and you hear that song. Or you just get a few lyrics of a song come to your mind. Go and look it up. And that could be the lyrics of the song could be really talking to you. And so unicorn rainbows, you've got a very strong connection with people on the other side. And they are with you always. But they're just talking about that expectation. Be open to good things in your life. So I hope that that brings you some clarity on that. So Karen Malikian says, happy Sunday. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had my question answered. What an awesome message / reading. Thank you so much, Karen. And thank you for your generosity of your super chat. Sorry, my chat has jumped. I just need to go back. I have to just find my place in the chat. Sorry about that. Tarotastic, hello. How are you? Thank you so much for being here, lovely. I'm just wondering if we should do some joint thing, Tarotastic. Email me. My email's in my About section. Let's see if we can raise vibrations together. Would you like to do something, some joint endeavor, Tarotastic? Thank you for being here. Send me an email if you'd like to do something together. Some joint venture on YouTube, some joint reading or joint something or other. I want to ask my loved ones in heaven, my great-grandparents and my sister, guidance they have for me with the difficult family situation I'm in. Thank you in advance. Tarotastic. Alrighty, let's ask. Great-grandparents and sister. Great-grandparents and sister. Let's see who comes through. Insight. Yes, we're looking for insight. We're looking for insight. So that's the very first important step. You're here and you're open. New beginnings. New beginnings means the situation that you're in may need to end before you can move forward. Center. Center. What is the center of your universe? What is your most important thing? Sometimes we'll say, And this is just an example, and it might not be your situation, but sometimes parents will say, oh, my children are my most important thing in my entire universe. But then they don't treat their children as though they're the most important thing in the universe. So, you know, they might be unstable or yell or whatever. So that's just an example. I'm not saying that that's you, Tarotastic. I'm just saying that's an example of you need to have insight as to what your guiding principle is, what's the most important thing in your life. And it's time for new beginnings. It's time to look after yourself. I'm getting there. And really put yourself first and make your most important thing your most important thing. But you can't take care of anybody else until you take care of yourself. Preparation. You need to look after yourself. You need to nourish yourself. You need to be prepared. Protection. They're there. They're protecting you. Purpose. You are an intuitive person and you know what the center of your universe should be. And you need to have insight to know that you're protected and to know what steps to take to move in that direction. Let's see, Tarotastic. Be still and listen, rest. Love your body. That was an insight that I got before, was for you to look after yourself. Rejoice in your love, in your life. If there's something in your life that is holding you back, it may be time to let it go, that new direction. Dedication. Your dedication, your challenges will reap rewards. Calmness. Let things settle. Okay, what else? Tarotastic, I'm called to read for you on this, the power of surrender cards. See, is there anything that you need to surrender in this situation? Is there anything that Tarotastic needs to surrender? Grandparents and sister of Tarotastic. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And this might be a romantic love, but it might not necessarily be a romantic love. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. And this one here. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions. And celebrate every baby step forward. And so it's not a time to move forward in a big hurry. But it is a time to really focus and gain insight, because you already know the answer. The solution is that whatever steps or whatever will guide you to having love at your center, peace. The decision that brings you peace is the decision that will guide you. I hope that helps, Tarotastic. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your question. Love and appreciate you. Oh, and your family also sends you love. Love, love, love. I want me to pull another card. They want you to release your potential. Ignite. Let your truth be heard. Wisdom. Remember that the answers are within you. Sanctuary. Connect to your inner strength. You are cherished. Take care of yourself. Tarotastic. They love and adore you, and they're worried that you... No, they're not worried. They're very concerned for you to know just how much they love you, and you have the answers within you. I know all of that will resonate with you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your question. Thank you for trusting the cards. Ooh. Oh, Tarotastic, one more. Expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music that your heart has been waiting to hear. There you go. Thank you for being here, lovely. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Just checking the chat again. Elaine says, thank you, Rainbow. You didn't know how much that meant. Oh, thank you. I was Daddy's girl, and my husband never married me until he was 35. Said we were soulmates. I miss them both. Yes, of course you do. Of course you do. But they're a part of you, Elaine, and they will always live on through you and in you and with you. So I appreciate you being here and asking the question. Rose quartz. Did I enter an alternate universe when I was able to see, touch, and hug my husband? If so, can I enter it again, and how do I do that? Oof! And that's way beyond the ability that I can do in this setting, Rose quartz. Let me give you a general read on your departed loved one. That is going to take an in-depth reading, and if you want to have an in-depth reading, you will need to book that. But let me just see what I can get for you. What I can get for you with these cards. Let's see, Rose quartz. What an amazing experience. Let's see. Rose quartz. Let's see what the cards have to say. On the bottom of the deck, he wants you to know that you are protected. New beginnings. New beginnings. When one life ends, your life here ends, you're beginning again on the other side. Desire. You saw him because you desired to see him. You touched him because you desired to touch him. But just with that, the new beginnings, he doesn't want you to be looking back too much. He doesn't want you to be stuck in the past. He wants you to lead yourself in a forward motion. If you get stuck too much trying to recreate that moment in time, you might miss what's in front of you. Welcome. Welcome. He just wanted you to know how welcome you are to always be talking to him, always be listening out for him, and he will continue to communicate with you in more subtle ways. Vitality. He really wants you to enjoy your life. He really wants you. Oh, passion. He will always love you. He will always love you, and he does want you to find your love for life again. He came to you to encourage you, to bring you hope, to bring you solace, to bring you comfort, to let you know that you will always be together as one. Oh, as one. Possibility. You may see him again like that, but he doesn't want you to be stuck in that. Joy. He wants you to have joy in the here and now, to have joy in this life. Let me see. Angel cards. Rose quartz. Karmic release. It is time to release yourself from what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Yeah, he does not want you to be stuck in that moment. He does not want that moment to hold you back, as wonderful and beautiful and brilliant as it was. And it doesn't matter if it was an alternate reality, if you stepped into heaven for a moment, whatever it was, he does not want you to hold yourself back with that. Yeah. And let me see which deck. It's probably as deep as I can go for the moment. Safety, you are held. And remember, that was the very, very first card that came out, was protection. He really wanted you to know that he will always be with you and you will always be protected. But he doesn't want you to live in that in-between world of trying to recreate that one moment. Your life is worth more than that. Even though you're not ready to see that yet. Rose Quartz, thank you very much for being here and for asking your question. I really appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. I'm just flicking through the chat to see what's happening. Art Shine Design. I see 1111 a lot during times that I feel my loved ones around. It is such a clear feeling. Art Shine Design. It is such a clear feeling. Yes, your loved ones can definitely talk to you through numbers, and 1111 is a very important number. It symbolizes oneness with the universe, your loved ones being at one with you. If you have a particular question, Art Shine Design, ask it. But yes, those numbers are there to remind you about the possibilities that you have in your life, and remind you that you are the center of the universe. They will always love you and they will never leave you. And so I hope that helps. Did I miss somebody? I think I've missed somebody. Let me go back. I think I missed Art Shine Design. I don't see your question, Art Shine Design. Sorry. Remember to put a question mark in front of it. If I've missed you, just ask your question again. I don't see Art Shine Design's message. Sorry, lovely. I don't see it. Let me just see one more time and see if I can find it. Don't see it. Sorry, Art Shine Design. Also, if you do like a $1 super chat, that'll definitely bring it up to my attention. I'm just going to go back to where I was in the chat. Sorry, Art Shine Design, I don't see it. Just ask it again. Okay, I'm now at Christian Sean Stone Garrett. Goodness, long name, Christian Sean Stone Garrett. If you asked your question before Christian Sean Stone Garrett, then just ask it again, please. If you want me to definitely get to it, put it in a super chat, even just $1. That will make sure that I do see it. Mother died on the 5th of December, 5 years ago this week. Do you have anything? Oh, Christian, I'm so sorry to hear about that. So sorry to hear about your mother's passing 5 years ago. Yes, and we're coming up for that anniversary, aren't we? So difficult, just so close to Christmas. Let's see, Christian. Ooh, resilience. She wants you to have resilience in times of trouble. She knows that this time of grief of the anniversary is going to be difficult for you, but she will be there with you. You are her center of her universe. She loves you. There's love, although it says passion, that can be the love between a mother and a son. It's not creepy. It's not a creepy card. It's a card of love, pure, tender love, great gratitude. She's so grateful for you. And the best way that you can honor her is through vitality, through having a very good life, by being the best person that you can be, by living well, harmony, trying to live in perfect balance. It's important to remember her, it's important to honor her, but it's also important to live your life and know that your life is a journey, and your life is a sacred gift. Try not to be so stuck in the past. Her love, she wants you to be free from all that holds you back, including debilitating grief. So tell stories about her, keep her memory alive. She lives on through you. Laugh, joke, but don't be stuck in the grief. Peace. Open your heart to peace. Wow. What a message. What a message there for you, Christian. Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking your question. Thank you for trusting me with that. Really appreciate you being here, especially so close to your mum's anniversary. Elaine, revealing the knock. Been watching your videos lately. Very informative and interesting. Yeah, people asking for spirit animal readings. We're not doing that in this session. I'm holding this space for people's past loved ones who want to come through, and we need to honor that. That's what this reading is for. It's different from my usual general readings. Artshine Design says, Jerry, a man I love so much passed suddenly. I feel him around me. We had just reconnected after years, and then he was gone. Oh no. Many things were unsaid. I know he is with me. Oh, Artshine Design. What a difficult situation. Desire. He wasn't ready to go, and he wishes that he had said what needed to be said. But you brought him joy in his last days and weeks and months. You brought him great joy, and you are a great joy to him. And the best thing you can do to honor his memory is to have a joyful life, to let your life be renewed, and to truly honor his memory, to have a good, full, loving, and well-lived life. And he's always with you. He will always be with you, protecting you. Wow, and he saw the beauty in you, and he hopes that you have a great life, and know that he will always love you, and he will see you one day when the time is right. No need to hurry, because on the other side time doesn't pass like it passes here. It will be like a blink of an eye, and you'll be together again, even though decades could pass here. Artshine Design, thank you for being here. Okay. Mary Adams has a question, but before that I just want to read what the Braff says. The Braff, oh my goodness, thank you so very, very much. My father passed during the lockdowns. We were unable to be there, and we have all felt guilty for not being there with him. Thank you so very much. Yes, the Braff, no need to feel guilty. He knew how much you loved him. He felt your love. Yeah, it's not a thing for him at all, and he just wants you to release that guilt and live lives that he can be proud of. That's the best way that you can honor him. And he doesn't want you to be stuck in that one moment of his passing when you couldn't get to him. He knows that you were with him in spirit and in your heart, and in your prayers. He knows that. And he wants you to let go of that guilt, because there's nothing to be guilty for. Yeah, I just feel his presence very strongly. There's nothing to be guilty for. Mary Adams, I would like to know what my older brother on the other side is doing. Progression. He's progression. He's progressing. He is learning to love more fully. He's learning to be loved. It was a new beginning for him to be on the other side. He's also seen, obviously, the world and everybody in a different light. And he's very grateful. He's very grateful for the life he had. He's very grateful for you. He's very grateful for the people he's had in his life. And he hopes all the best for everybody. And he's resting. He's at peace. He's at complete peace. No pain, no anger, no resentment, no unhappiness. Yep. And love. Love is the center of his universe. Love is the center of his universe. Mary Adams, that's the message from your brother. And that on the bottom, he's protecting you and he just hopes joy for you throughout your life and for all your family members as well. So there you go, Mary Adams. Thank you very much. Janeko Casimiro says, thank you so much. My absolute pleasure, Janeka. For those who asked, if you want to contribute to my tip jar, you will find that on my Buy Me a Coffee. You'll find that in my description. Peace says, thank you very much. Peace 9898. Oh, absolute pleasure, Peace. I'm so glad that that message was so clear for you. Alice says, Rainbow Pyramid, could you please pull an angel and spirit animal? No, sorry, lovely. I'm not doing angels and spirit cards today. I'm only reading on past loved ones. Please come back next week. Saturday morning, Southern Hemisphere. Friday afternoon, evening, Northern Hemisphere. Sorry, lovely. I need to honour the space that I've created here for past loved ones. Me, Lily. My grandmother, Magdalena, my dad's mom, died before I was born. I feel she is with me a lot. I feel we are very much alike. Has she something she wants me to know? My belief has always been that sometimes when there's a grandparent or a great-grandparent that passed before you were born and you feel that connection, I feel that they can be your guardian angel or some kind of a guardian spirit. And I feel that kindred spirit with my grandmother that passed before I was born, me Lily. So, yeah, focus. Let's see what else. Order. Life. Fertility. Yep, so she's there in your life and she hopes that you will have a good and full life. When things get out of order, it's important to focus. When things get overwhelming, it's important to focus. And she will always be there, helping you grow, helping you develop as a woman. And when you take time just to reflect, that's when healing and transformation will happen. And there she is, the grandmother figure. Oof, these cards are just jumping out. And there she is again, the grandmother figure. Wisdom. She puts wisdom in your heart. When you feel that, what would you call it? That instinct, that inner knowing, that's her. With you, always guiding you, always holding you. And there she is again, protecting you, loving you, guiding you. Dedication. She's dedicated to you. She's dedicated to you. Discovery. Self-discovery. Dive deep. And she wants you to know that she wants you to continue to release your inner potential. And that you are never, ever alone. She's always with you. So she's very proud of you. She's very proud of the young woman that you're becoming. Or the woman you're becoming. I don't know what your age is. And she will always guide you. See this flame here? If you just look, if you have quiet time, she will always be there to guide you and keep you on the right path. And it doesn't matter if you make mistakes and get off the right path, because she can always guide you back onto the right path. I hope that helps you, me Lily, and I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you, everybody. Boss Lady PKP says, thank you very much for your reading. Pleasure, my lovely. Tear in my eyes. I needed that. Oh, it's a pleasure, lovely. It's a pleasure. Jennifer, please don't bring negative energy into my chat. Talking about past loved ones in a negative manner, we can't have that in this chat. We're here open with love. I'm sorry, you've blocked my energy for reading from you. I'm going to ask you, Jennifer, to come back on another day. I'm shocked that you would say negative things about people. We're here out of love and light. And if you didn't want to know about your parents, then simply don't ask about them. But having that attitude, I'm afraid that blocks me from reading any energy for you. So I'm sorry. Can you just pray and meditate? And I hope to do this again next week. I would love you to come back next week with your focus on who you do want me to read from. But I can't read for you at all with that energy. I understand that sometimes our parents hurt us, but it's important not to bring that in, because what can end up happening is you can block my energy from reading for anybody. So just clear that energy. Just recenter ourselves. Give thanks for all that are here in spirit, all that are here physically, all that are here from across the veil. I spend hours meditating and preparing for the session. I pray for Jennifer. We pray for her broken heart. We pray that she receives healing. We pray that anybody on this chat that needs healing will receive healing. And we thank God, Spirit, Energy, the universe, loved ones for being here with us. And we pray for the negativity to blow away in the wind and leave only pure love, pure kindness, pure devotion. Tarotastic. Yes, I would love that. I will message you, Rainbow. Oh, thank you so much, Tarotastic. I always love doing things with others. So that would be great. And my comments to Jennifer apply to everybody. If you come in here with a very negative energy, that can block the energy for everybody. So I'll just ask everybody to please respect the space, respect everybody's time that is here. And I'm sorry for people that have been hurt in the past, but we cannot carry that energy over into this reading. Now my cards are all falling on me. Pat Wetzel, I believe I did your reading before. Sorry that you had to step away, but I did do your reading. So if you can hop back, go back, and you will find the reading that I did for you. Mods, I think we might need to start writing down who I'm reading for and at what times. That can help people who might need to rewatch it. Okay, let's move on. I'm just reading the messages. Rose Quartz says, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rose Quartz. And Police, thank you. Hello from Canada. Hello, Anne. How are you? Is there a message from our folks who have passed? Let's find out, Anne. Let's find out. Juggler. That will mean something to you. Someone who's trying to do too much. That might be one of your parents. Ooh, they just want prosperity for you. Seedlings. I don't know if that's to do with family, family growth. And there you go, loved ones in spirit. They are definitely here. They are definitely here. And there's your parents and you, and how they grew you from a little seedling. And you were the best gift they could ever have gotten. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. New beginnings. They know that it was difficult for you after they passed. Wow. Whole bunch fell out, so let me just take this bunch. Fertility, growth. They're very proud of you, of how you've grown, how you became renewed, your resilience in difficult times. They're saying, set your desire, set your heart's desire, and move towards it. In your life, you will have difficult times and less difficult times, and you will be able to recover and overcome those difficult times. If you just focus, and the greatest gift you can give them is to live well, vitality, to live a life full of energy and joy and hope and happiness, and you still remain the center of their world. Wow, that was a very thick and fast. And police, your parents are here, and they really wanted to get through. They really wanted to let you know this. And this is why we can't have any negative energy coming from anybody who's watching or in the chat, because there are spirits lining up here to speak to their loved ones. And I saw Dr. Full the other day saying to people, you know, if you don't want to be here, then move over, let somebody else be here. So yeah. And police, your folks are so proud of you. They think you're one of the most incredible human beings they've ever known. Yeah. And they were so glad that you were their child. Wow. Very powerful. I hope you're still with us, Anne. I hope you see that. Art Shine Design. I think I did read for you. I keep meaning to write down who I've read for. I think I did read for you, Art Shine. Bogart. Hello, Bogart. How are you? How are you? Let me just see. Will my ex reach out to me in this month? Shira, this is just a reading for people who are reaching out to their loved ones, my love. Please come back on my Saturday morning in the Southern Hemisphere, Friday afternoon, evening in the Northern Hemisphere. Click on my channel and you'll see when my next general live is. Thank you. Our recollections may vary. You made it. You made it. Hello. Hello. Let us know if you have a question about a departed loved one. I also forgot to say that if anybody has any loved ones who are non-verbal, I can read for them as well. You might know that I read for Sandra Mooney for her son, who became very ill and who is non-verbal. So if you have family members suffering from dementia or any condition, medical condition or anything like that, and they're non-verbal, I can read for them as well. So sorry that I haven't let people know. Okay, Elaine. Goodbye. Need to leave. You lovely people. Thank you. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you for being here. I am running out of energy, so I will do 2 more. Anybody else who needs a question, please ask it now. I'm doing 2 more only, so if you're one of the next 2, I will read for you. And Police says, thank you, RP. I really needed to hear that. Blessings on you and to you as well. Thank you very much. Bogart, did you have a question? It's the first time I'm seeing you in here. Our recollections. Do you have a question regarding a departed loved one? Bogart, your mom, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Artshine Design, I did find your question eventually. I'm glad you're so grateful. Glad. Yes, by God, thanks. I've seen your question. Give me a second to tune into the energy. Just saw this card flipped out, Bogart. Free energy, be a powerhouse. That's from your mum. Don't slack off. Progression. Progression. That means keep stepping forward, keep taking action, keep growing as a person. New beginnings. As one thing ends, so another begins. Passion. Don't lose your passion for life. Be resilient. Oh, and the best way that you can honor her is by living a good life, having vitality and energy and action in your life. She's very proud of you. She's very proud of the person you're becoming. Faith. Have faith. Believe that you're not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Your mum's spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. Elegance is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom. Be the swan on the water and glide. So even when things are difficult, like this one here, when things are difficult and you feel like you're drowning, just keep moving forward. You've got the resilience behind you. Not everybody needs to know all the difficult times you're going through. And there you go, recovery. You will recover and you will be renewed. Wow, 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 wow. Bogart, what a strong message. And I'm just getting this message of love and awe. And sometimes when things go wrong and you can't rely on your own strength because you just feel like you don't have any, look there. She will renew you. She will help you to be renewed. And look here, after the difficult times and the resilience is the recovery. And look at the recovery. This lady in recovery, the water's dripping from her. So when you feel like you're drowning, you do have the resilience, and your mum is always in you, and your mum gives you the resilience to rise up from that drowning feeling, from that water, and reach a higher road, a higher, I'm going to say a higher calling, a higher level of love, a higher understanding of your own power, of your own will, of your own strength, of your own vitality. And sometimes it means you might need to begin again, but always be moving forward, always be progressing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Bogart, what a wonderful, wonderful message. Such a strong love connection there. Such a strong love connection. Our recollections, you missed last week. Yeah, what I'm doing, our recollections, is today I'm doing just a message, a reading for people wanting to hear from their past loved ones. I'm thinking of doing this more regularly, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to be opening a separate channel to read just for people who've lost loved ones. So that's where we're going with this. But also people whose loved ones are non-verbal, or for whatever reason that you're not able to communicate with them. So that's where we're going with this channel. Bogart says, wow, Mum. Wow, my mum. Yes, your mum. He's amazing. He's amazing. And that love is so strong, Bogart. Thank you so much for being here. Our recollections. I am just enjoying listening. And the chat is very peaceful. Yes, it always is. It always is. Our recollections. I've got the best community and the best chat. I always say that. I always say that. Okay, I'm going to just do a general reading from Spirit. Spirit, God, loved ones, angels, guides. Spiritual evolution. Set your spirit free. Getting from this very much, we mustn't be as closed-minded as we are. Our loved ones in spirit are closer than we think. They're in the breeze, they're in the trees, they're in the the sound of the leaves rustling. They're in the music we hear on the radio. They're in our thoughts. They're in our minds. They're in our hearts. And God is always there. Love is always there. Third eye vision. Reclaim your mind. So those of us that are stuck in old thought patterns that hold us back, this is time now. This is time now for us to focus on love, divine will. There we go. Let go of fear. What is the divine will? And sometimes people say to me, I don't know what my life's purpose is. I don't know what my life's purpose is. Your life's purpose is to live love, as in be the embodiment of love, as in what loving action can I take today to make the world a better place? What loving words can I share today to make the world a better place? If somebody's annoying me or aggravating me, what can I do or say to make the world a better place? To not be sucked in by this, the self-talk, the story that we tell ourselves about that person. And then that's when you have the spiritual evolution, and that's when you set yourself free. Yes, you need to have boundaries with people. And yes, you need to illuminate the shadow. Focus on us, but you also need to focus on a solution. And that's the divine will. The divine will is, how can you bring love into a world that is sometimes so dark? How can we love each other? How can we support each other? And you don't have to do it alone, and you shouldn't be doing it alone. And this card comes out. Cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns, explain, talk about it. Talk about it. Tell people that you're scared, that you're alone, that you don't feel like that you can cope. And difficult times, dark times, brings new meaning, because it helps you to overcome. It helps you to overcome the those negative thought patterns, those things that hold you back, those fears that you have. And there you go. Spirit messages. God is always communicating with you. Love is always communicating with you. Your parted loved ones are always communicating with you. Just open your eyes and see. Open your eyes and see. Yesterday, when I was at the Christmas carols, my husband was in the concert, and I kept saying to my dad, Dad, please give me a message, give me a sign, give me a message that you're here with us. And I kept seeing 2 birds fly over us, and then another 2 birds, and another 2 birds. And there were different birds every time, because there were different types of birds. And then finally, after about the 6th time these 2 birds flew over, I finally got it. The 2 birds were my mum and my dad, and my mum was sitting right next to me, and the message was a message of love, and how he was very pleased that I'm now loving my mum and helping her as she gets a bit infirm and a little bit disabled, but that he will always love her and he will always love me. And the 2 birds were significant because he and her were always devoted to each other, and they loved bird watching. So if you look for the signs, you will see them, and train yourself to look for the signs as well. And so, and if you get a message of love and peace and harmony, then yes, that is the message. If you get a message that makes you feel unhappy, then that's not a spiritual message. And people say, how do I know if I'm making it up or if it's really coming from spirit? Well, if it gives you that feeling of peace, calm, harmony, remember, spirit is in you. So if the message comes from within you, or outside of you, it is still a spiritual message. And here, another message: align your universe, navigate distractions. Sometimes we're so distracted that we don't see the messages, and we don't learn to love ourselves. We don't learn to take care of ourselves. And if you've got emotional blocks, emotional challenges, think about actual physical actions that you can take to move forward and move out of the situation. Guardian, guard your energy. You do need to set boundaries. You do need to set boundaries. Guard your light. Let your light shine. Let your soul shine. Galactic healer. Move forward with an open mind. And we're going to pull one more. What are we going to pull? Which cards? Which cards? That one. Eternal union. New love is forming. And that
although the image is very much a passionate kind of romantic love, this eternal union, it doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be the strengthening of romantic love, but it can also be the strengthening of any existing love, of communicating with spirit, of communicating with each other. And look at that. Ascended Masters create an open communication. Very important with us and our loved ones here on earth, and very important between us and spirit. And be mindful. Be mindful of wisdom. Have mindful wisdom and create your own inner harmony. Because if you're at war with yourself, you can't really with the world. All right, my people, thank you so much for being here. Sending you lots of love and blessings. To see if I've missed anybody in the chat. No. Our recollections. I felt it when I missed it last week. Just more restless. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But it's wonderful how spirit will heal us and talk to us even when we're listening to messages from other people or for other people. So sending you all love and blessings, and as I always say, may the angels walk with you now and always. And thank you all for being here for my first live dedicated to those